if you buy one complexion product, this is my number one.
And this is like selling out like everywhere on the shelves. It's hard to find. This formula is what I wanted out of the milk jelly sticks, but the milk jelly sticks don't blend.
No. Little squirt will really lather. Can't be using these products. Pass.
How do you feel?
Pass.
Oh my God, it's bikini season? Oh, that's too bad because I won't be wearing one.
We're going to have to go
and you're going to get
it.
the shade medium warm. Why did I buy this just for the packaging?
None of us know. I think you should say pass, just to learn a lesson.
Pass. Hi!
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Beautiful and Bothered. So today we are talking about, we're halfway through the year. Can you believe it?
Ew, don't.
Girl, sickening.
Whoa.
I know.
Halfway.
January, February, March feel like a year in itself. And ever since April, I just can't.
I don't remember April.
I can't keep up.
Who's April?
Who is our pup? I don't remember her.
I don't remember Art Pop.
I don't remember her.
April.
Yeah. It's gone by so quick. So we're halfway through the year. So we thought we would do kind of a best makeup launches or beauty launches of the year.
Yeah. ...
So far.
And I would like to say that some of these might be things that we have purchased or passed on, but maybe our opinions have changed.
Absolutely.
I know mine have, and I will address it later.
And no, that's a really good point, because if we have passed on it or we've been skeptical, which think, I don't know if we outright passed on anything. I think a lot of it was like, this is confusing. We can't give a complete educated guess. We got to try it. So we're giving you updates on stuff that we have talked about before.
And I know I passed on
something. And then we're also going to end with a purchase or pass of brand new stuff that we haven't tried yet to completely round out halfway through the year and give you literally our thoughts on every single piece of beauty product that has launched in 2024. Before we get into that, we went to the Half Magic Pride event.
Which it was...
They were there.
For Half Magic. Like, we were invited by them.
Yeah.
But there was... so many sponsors, I guess, there, like Shake Shack, and oh my God, there was like Paris Hilton fragrances, which made sense. And there's so many other, I kind of liked the vibe that it wasn't all just beauty people.
Absolutely.
I was expecting it to be only beauty people.
Yes.
Because then it said it was like, I forget it was X and Y. Like basically I thought it was like their DJ set.
Alice and Olivia.
Yes.
Yes.
But is that like a PR company? Because
I don't know.
The girl I went to high school with came up to me and she goes, "Oh, I work for Alice and Olivia." So I'm like, "Did you put this together?"
So they kind of hosted the party, and what it seemed, this is how a lot of YouTube events are, because or let's say YouTube shopping events, because you're going for YouTube shopping, but then there are like a bunch of activations by Sephora, Abercrombie and Fitch, like brands that sell through YouTube shopping. So it kind of seems like Alice and Olivia put this on, or was their brainchild, and then they had a bunch of people, one of them including Half Magic. Which was
so cool.
Yeah.
They were putting gems on everybody, doing like makeup touch-ups.
Because Half Magic Beauty, if you don't know, is Donnie Davy, makeup artist from Euphoria, which Euphoria is officially coming back now.
It is.
They apparently, quote unquote, finally secured the main cast for season 3, which,
because I thought they weren't, I thought it was like canceled.
That's what I thought, because they like can't even afford Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney anymore, but I guess they worked it out, but they're going to do a time jump, because that's
everyone looks
long in between
everyone
this thing,
so
which is so aggravating with these shows. But anyway, that's coming back. But she was the Euphoria makeup artist, but I'm just super excited to see what she does on season 3. So,
oh my gosh, I will watch it just for, I've never seen it.
That's insane. Zendaya won the Emmy both years, and her performance in one specific episode in season 2 was like Meryl Streep level. It's
so
unreal.
I want to watch it, and just because I've seen the makeup looks, I'm like, I want to watch it for the plot, like the show itself.
Wait till season 3 comes out, so you don't have to wait 5 years. Yeah. So the event, it was really cool. There was a lot of like activations there. Thank God there was Shake Shack there, because the drinks were strong.
Mama, that Cosmo
girl. And then the it was a little bit of a fever dream. We had Paris Hilton performed, which, mama, 30 Rock lip sync of You Sing Any Song.
Born This Way. Oh, no, girl.
As it was singing.
Microphone up here, and she was, the track was still going, and she was like,
like so lip synced, so whatever.
Lips weren't even moving anymore.
Yes.
And then her mouth started moving and microphone was up here still. And I was like, I'm the hot one. And I said, babe, you're not even the singing one.
I know.
But it was fierce.
It was a fever dream. We were 2 feet away. Like she was, looked stunning. Just to hear her perform Stars Are Blind, like my millennial heart was exploding.
Which is funny because I
song.
have an appreciation for the song, but you really do.
Because I don't know if I told you this there, but do you yes, I did. You remember that video? It was way back when Gaga was about to blow up. Paris Hilton knew of Lady Gaga because she was such a party girl before the fame came out, and was a huge fan of Gaga. And there was an interview, you could probably find it on YouTube, of them kind of in the same area while Paris Hilton was being interviewed. And Lady Gaga, very much of that era, fame was about to launch. So we had the hood, the glasses, the whole nine, came up to her and they introduced, said hello. And then she was and just to let you know, Gaga was Stars Are Blind is such a good record. And Paris Hilton freaked out because she was she had such admiration for Lady Gaga before she even got famous. And Stars Are Blind is a great pop song.
Yeah. Her Paris Hilton's music, literally that Stars Are Blind.
Yes.
And then even I'm going to call it a drag race bop of Hot One.
Absolutely.
It's catchy. It's fun. She knows the assignment.
She's a gay man.
She is a gay man. She wants to be on RuPaul's Drag Race. Yes. Why she hasn't guest judged is beyond me. I feel like that's coming. She's got to.
And then the other fever dream moment was we're walking to get another drink, and who do I see in a rainbow sequin coat? Cuba Gooding Jr. And I grab you and turn you towards him with my back to what I think is, or what I think is him. It is. And I say to you, look over my shoulder right now. I was Cuba Gooding Jr. is here. Mortifying.
While he's right there.
As I say that, he was walking around me, heard me say that, and looks at the two of us and goes, is he?
Where?
And good sense of humor. And I was just died. So it was a little bit of mortifying that he heard me say that.
And also work.
He had a great, he had a really good sense of humor about it. But
where?
Why the fuck was Cuba Gooding Jr. there?
I love that. To our knowledge, I don't think he has a gay child.
No.
Because Mason Gooding Jr.
No. But he's got to be, obviously he must be a very cool guy because I even know his son, who is very straight and attractive, was on Love Victor forever.
Oh my God,
so
he is so beautiful.
Which was such
he was in Scream.
Yeah.
The Scream I scrumped when I saw him in that new one, mama.
Yeah.
Ooh, girl.
That Love Victor was such a great LGBT show. So obviously, I don't know, for lack of a better word, he raised his kids right in a way. So he's obviously got to be a cool guy. And you know what?
Cool. We love that. We love an ally. Thanks. And it was interesting too, because there was other people there that people on shows. So I was oh, this was invite only.
Yes.
Because Cuba Gooding Jr. wouldn't have been at the Pride event that was open to the public.
Absolutely. The other thing I was going to say too, I forgot to mention last week, having the norovirus, what did I not get to do, girl?
Oh.
Go to stand-up comedian Jessica Kirson. And if you guys go after this to Jessica Kirson, Kirson, on YouTube. Probably my favorite stand-up comedian of all time, and her crowd work is on another level. Me and my sister are such massive fans, and we had third row center tickets to her in New York State, norovirus. And I was feeling better-ish, but I followed her on Instagram. She started following me back.
Who?
Jessica. I know. So now I'm dying, but I didn't want to potentially give norovirus to her audience. So because I love her too much.
That's the responsible thing.
Yes.
And because I looked up tickets after you told me that you missed it. I looked up the tickets that were kind of close, sold out.
I know.
But it looks like she's going to be back in New York, so maybe it might be
we got to go in the fall.
Yeah, it might be I think it's around October. It's Brooklyn or something.
Okay. I know.
Brooklyn.
I'll go to Brooklyn for her. But
I know.
So good. Check her out.
Oh,
she's Kirsten. Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Yeah.
When she latches onto you, if you make a face, if you laugh like a dolphin, if you she'll eat you alive. The
crowd work is unreal.
She'll eat you alive.
I know. Before we get into the best makeup of 2024 so far, should we take a celebratory shot?
Yes, let's do it. Oh my God.
So guys, very exciting. we are celebrating our very first sponsor on the pod. Not that.
I got a little too excited.
Yeah. Let's do the shot to get in the right headspace.
Hello.
When you do this, do you do it all at once?
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's how you should take it. Like all at once instead of sipping it. And
it does taste good, though.
It does.
Woo!
You're going to make me choke.
Yeah, come out. Oh my God, green, come out your nose.
Out my nose.
Magic Mind Mental Performance Elixir. So to start things off, don't you love when a brand knows how to work with people and doesn't try to sell you foolishness from the start?
Well, girl, I was going to say.
Yeah.
They reached out, sent us the product first to say, check it out. If you like it, we'll work with you.
Try it for multiple weeks. Yes. And then if you like it,
form an opinion and a thought before you sell it.
Exactly. What a novelty.
Wow. Amazing. Make sure I actually like and use the product before I sell it.
Totally. So, I mean, we have been so picky on this podcast of like who we would sponsor with because we want brands like that. And let's just say the beauty industry is not always that way. Not that we get offers from the beauty industry because we're a liability. But anywho, we're a liability. But Magic Mind Mental Performance Elixir, it's basically a mental performance shot that enhances focus, clarity, brain fog, which is
motivation, productivity. Girl, managing my stress, our stress.
Not feeling
together.
So fresh.
Girl, let me tell you something.
And if you know anything about us, you know
we don't know
focus.
We don't know how to manage our stress.
Yes.
Either. And what I more so love about this shot is that this is not a replacement of caffeine or a replacement of your morning routine. So like I personally lately, you know me, I had to cut back on my coffee intake.
Yes.
And also the founder, that's how this brand got started because it was he had a heart condition that it was too much caffeine and had to pull back.
Yes.
And they recommended green tea.
Yes.
So he said, you know, how can I do this? So basically what I love and how we were told to use it is don't replace your caffeine. So I like my energy drinks in the morning. I like to do a little half because caffeine for me is like, it gets me going and then I crash.
Because of it, because it's such a, and we were talking about, we didn't realize that caffeine blocks the receptors basically. So that's why it's such a high.
And you feel like, all right, I'm ready to go. And then within a couple hours, you feel sluggish, you feel tired, you feel worn out, and you feel like basically burnt out from that high of energy. So this, you take it with, so I take it with my morning coffee, or energy drink. And I feel like it prolongs and I don't get that weird crash mid to late in the afternoon. And then I don't sleep at night. So now I feel like my stress is managed. I'm sleeping better. So I love that.
I will say that too. I do feel like I'm sleeping better in the sense that, because exactly, I load up on caffeine in the morning and it's such a high. And then once the caffeine wears off and those receptors are unblocked, you crash.
Yeah.
Partnering your caffeine, whatever it may be, coffee, energy drink with this, more energy with less of a high, no crash for a longer period of time.
Yeah. So I'm not crashing at 5:30, 6 o'clock. And then all of a sudden when it's time for bed, I am like, I'm like cleaning my room, vacuuming my whole house on the ceiling. Like, because I have this second wind because I crashed so early. Now I'm up late at night.
Because even now I've been trying this for almost a month because that's how long this has been in the works for them to see how we like this, so on and so forth. What I like is that it's not a 5-hour energy. So you're not going to be shaking. And it really takes 7 days to start feeling the effects of it. So now at this point, I've gone through 2 boxes of this. Give yourself almost like a little 7-day challenge for this to kick in, to start feeling all those effects of the motivation, the clarity, and like I said, just the mental clarity and the brain fog are invaluable.
Yeah.
And the best part about this is Magic Mind was kind enough to give a discount code to the Beautiful and Bothered listeners. So make sure to use the code Beautiful and Bothered 20 for 48% off your first subscription for the next 10 days or 20% off a one-time purchase. That is code Beautiful and Bothered 20. Save some coin.
Hello.
So we are just so excited to have our first sponsor and the first sponsor that we love.
Yeah, I love this team. I love the product.
All right, well, let's take a quick break and come back with
talk about
all of our the best makeup so far of 2024.
Hello.
All right, y'all, let's dive into the best makeup so far of 2024. All right, so to kick things off, I have the Precisely My Brow Detailer from Benefit. This is the super, super thin pencil. Yeah, I just love this because I think if you have, whether you have super thin brows, obviously this is going to be even better because you can literally, when I'm telling you, it's like a mechanical pencil, make those hair-like strokes that look so realistic. But even for me, that I do have good brows, but when I want to like make the tails thicker, whatever the case is, it's just so realistic. And for my beard havers out there, there is nothing more unclockable than little baby strokes to fill in that beard and just make everything look like copacetic and perfect. It's just awesome.
Wow.
I mean, obviously Benefit Brow products are incredible. Have you used this yet?
Yeah. I think I tried yours and I really liked it. It was really, I definitely want to get one, but I always like, I don't know what it is with Benefit Brow products. I go between 3 different colors and it doesn't even matter to me.
I know.
I go between 2, 2.5 and 3 and I don't care.
I know.
And I'm just like, it is what it is.
Yes.
I mean, it's incredible that I can do that. And
well, that's the good thing about them too, is once you put them on, and you give it a second, let it like dry down almost, and set.
And then brush
and
it
then
through.
when you brush through, it almost like, not only does it soften the severity, but it also almost softens the color. So I, even when I was blonde, they always send me 4 and I use that. And when I diffuse it, it's still just as like amazing. Yeah. But I want to get this in a lighter shade. It's just, oh my God, it's so good.
Okay. So next up we have the, is it Bioma?
Sure. Byoma.
Yeah. I've always said Bioma, but I think somebody said it's Bioma.
Okay.
So it's the lip tide trios that all came out. So it's the pH lip oil, the lip mask, and the regular clear lip oil. I bought all 3 of these.
Yes.
They are incredible. The lip pH one does not. So with pH products, I've noticed that anything that changes your pH, like even the HAUS Labs, the Dior, they always dry out my lips, where this one does not.
So
the lip mask
hydrating.
is incredible.
I know.
I love it. I think the day I was putting that on here, you were like, "Ooh, what is that?" And I like put some on, and it's like rich and hydrating. Rich. And I put it on at night before bed. Even the lip oil, if I like need something clear just to throw on, this is so incredible. These are $11.99 each.
I know. And the irony is like I was the one that included this, and I need to get that lip mask because I only have ever had yours, and the like 10 times I've used yours, whenever you have it with you, I'm like, give me more.
I know.
Give me more.
And there's something about the packaging and just everything.
It's
very like, I love the packaging. It's sleek. It's great. I absolutely
It's just a very similar formula and feel to something else I'm just put on, which we'll get to. But it's that thickness where it feels like it's wrapped your lips.
Like Laneige and Fenty lip mask without dipping my finger.
Absolutely.
And then having a dirty finger where I'm like, I need to wipe it on. I'm like giving somebody a hug and I'm wiping it on their shirt.
On the back of my hand, and then like an hour later, the back of my hand is like a fly trap. Like,
girl, you wake up, you just got mosquitoes all over you.
My hand stuck to my face. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, these are so good. And especially that they're affordable. Genuinely, if you need like one lip mask to leave next to your bed, I think these are as good as probably the Fenty. I like better than Laneige nowadays, but you don't have to stick your finger in it. And it's just cleaner and easier to leave right on the bedside table. I know. And I feel like these, like what I just put on, there's more of a tackiness,
not like a gloss.
Not between them, not like a thing. There's none of that, but it almost suctions to the lips a little better.
Yeah.
The only eyeshadow palette we included, the ColourPop Precious Metals palettes. So I was on the website, the entire collection, like the palette with the 6
Jelly Much
Shadows is sold out. It was $88, but just the palette for $32, I think, is still. I know is still in stock.
And you can use like coupon codes too.
I bought the whole collection 30% off. They always have discounts, like constantly. I think I said it on that episode. This is the ColourPop's one brand you won't regret putting signing up for the emails, because you'll get constantly, they notify you like 40% off the whole website. Like they're just,
random. Yeah.
I bought this collection with my own money. We talked about it on Patreon. We swatched it, but I ended up doing a very close friend of mine's daughter's prom. You were with me. This is what I used. You were there. This is what I used. This is what is that from?
Girl, is that Wizard of Oz? No. You were there? And you were there.
I think Bridesmaids. I had a dream last night.
Oh, the plane was going down.
You were there.
And she goes, what?
You were there. Yeah. Yeah, you were there. And I used this on them, guys, it performs like a dream, and it is such, we said it even on the purchaser pass we had this on, such a perfect balance of cools and warms. There's neutrals. It is good if you want to do a cool tone transition, warm tone. Obviously, the shimmers are more metal, but you could still do a cool tone and a warm tone in regards of obviously the warmers, the golds, the oranges, all the way to the neutrals, and then all the way over to your silvers and your blacks and your more cool.
Because each column, too, is like coinciding shades to use, and I just love each column.
Yes.
That it's just like perfectly curated. It is the right amount of like shimmers, those blinding shades, everything, and the jelly mutt shadows.
Unreal.
Oh,
unreal.
God.
That's a really good point. I don't think I really digested that. If you guys look at the palette in rows from top to bottom, that's almost like not everyone has a matte in it, but it's basically, it's suggesting to you what ones go together. If you're wondering kind of what ones will flatter one another. So it's just such a good fucking palette. For $30, get out of here.
Ooh, God. So these are the Give Dewy Plump Lip Gels. These are so amazing. I bought the peony one, which is the bright pink in the photo.
Yes.
I absolutely, when I saw this in store and I swatched it, I love no shimmer.
No shimmer.
And I love that it's called a lip gel.
Yes.
That just like sold me immediately. I just love this so much. And you're wearing it now in what shade?
Bouquet.
I love that. It looks so nice on you.
It is just, I gotta tell you, more than any other tinted lip, oily, jelly, whatever the case may be, in my opinion, by far the best feeling one.
Agreed.
Of any of that. It's just, this is what I was describing before. It just wraps the lips. It is like, you don't have to put on a ton. Like you put on a lip oil and then like 20 minutes later, you're like, and you have to like keep this
it
stays on.
out.
It's so good, guys. And the colors are just so your lips, but better. Like this is what I have on right now, Bouquet. And it's just
when I put on that pink one, you can't tell me nothing.
I know.
Because it's just like that like stained glass like tint of a color on your lips. I'm like, ah.
Yes.
God, it's like they are real. I would love to see a clear and more colors.
I was saying I want a clear for like bed because it's that good.
Yeah.
And what I love about this as well, unlike a lot of lip oils, is you can put this over lipsticks, etc., and it's not going to break it up because there's no oil in it.
Imagine like a really nice light nude.
Yes. Yes. And Gwen is very good with a cool tone nude. Yeah. She has them in like the lip gloss and everything, which that lip gloss formula ain't the gig. Like it's so sticky and weird, but there's a color in her lip gloss formula that is erotic, and I want that color in these. Yeah. Yeah, because these feel better for the lips. And
I was surprised that the OG red wasn't in this.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why wasn't this in the blush formula? Imagine a red blush that you could share out, and then like a lip gel in a red. I'm like, maybe it'll come.
Yeah.
Gwen.
Oh, Gwen.
You want to take this one?
You would take it.
Okay. So these are the glassy...
Whatever. Who cares?
These are the HAUS Labs glassy cream blushes.
Yes.
So we initially we were just kind of very unsure about what this formula was going to do because we saw reviews that were just like lifting your foundation off and everything. So I think this is it was misleading.
Which I don't know what that girl was doing.
Because mama,
it's never lifted off my
Stuntina Aguilera over here. I love these.
Yes.
I love the shades. I love everything about these. They are so beautiful. I love every single shade in here I could use.
Absolutely.
And back of the hand, pick it up with a brush and maybe not directly applying it to the skin and then blending it out. Just put it on the back of the hand because I think that's what people are doing that it is removing.
Yes.
8 shades and it comes in so you actually have the corresponding shades for the powder blushes in the creams, but not all of the shades, but all like the shades that are, I would say, necessary.
Yes.
These are so beautiful. And then we saw that it's the no waste packaging. So once you think you roll it up, keep going.
Yes.
And it keeps pushing all the excess product that like if you have ever seen a lipstick get made when they take the component and push it into that formula and then roll it down. This you keep twisting up and it pushes more product up.
Yes, so you're not going to waste any,
It pushes it up to the very end, which is so cool.
But I love that it's so hydrating because it's obviously like the glassy glow bomb or whatever the hell they're calling it. But I have it on right now. I'm wearing shade. Yeah, I think I have on Rosette right now.
Okay.
The more pinky one, but I love it even with oily skin because there's something about it has that glow to it but it doesn't make you more oily. It doesn't separate anything. It's not greasy. It's just...
And it's not the milk jelly tint stain.
No.
And it's not a stain where the color doesn't... like when you put this color on, it's not stamping and then not blending. Yes. These blend out like a dream. You can build them up. I love mixing the shades. I had on, I think it was the one day on here, I had lilac and pitaya on.
Yes.
So I had like a lilac-y purple with a pink, and you can mix the colors. You can put on multiple.
Totally.
Put them on the lips even. I think these are so, this formula is what I wanted out of the milk jelly sticks, but the milk jelly sticks don't blend.
No. Because it's literally like a stain.
They're hard to blend. Yeah, like
it's like putting dripped liquid from a popsicle on your face. It's not going to blend. Yeah. It's like, ugh. And I also love the duality and the versatility of these in the sense that like acai, that darkest red, you can build it up, where I think acai and maybe something else was what Cynthia Erivo had on at the Met Gala.
She had on pitaya.
Okay. So
the bright pink, she had that on with the glassy acai towards like the back, and then she had the pitaya all wrapped up to the eye where it was the pink in the eye.
Yes.
Stunning.
And she obviously, you can check that out on Patreon. We did the Met Gala makeup police. And obviously she has incredibly deep skin and it looks stunning, but I would use that acai because of the way this can sheer and blend out. If I was doing something and I wanted a kiss of that red on the cheeks, it's a great, I really got to give it to her. This was very difficult to wrap the head around, but I think that's why this kind of is innovative. Dare I say, we were kind of like dragging it. But
I would have thought this would have had that like slippy, greasy kind of feel to it, and it does not. These are great.
Yeah. Alrighty. Then we have the Hello Sunshine SPF 50 from IT Cosmetics. We've talked about this. This is definitely absolutely my favorite sunscreen of the year so far, because if you're not wearing a complexion product with SPF in it, but to be honest with you, especially this, I would say in this fall and winter is when I like just wear a skin tint with an SPF, but especially during the summer, I'm doubling up because you're not getting the coverage from that tint because you're not using enough to get the full effect. So I double do it where I'm putting this on first and then a tinted, either just this or then a tinted skin tint, SPF skin tint after. But this one feels like a moisturizer, actually sinks into the skin. It's emollient. It does not disturb your makeup on top at all, whether you have dry skin, combo, or oily skin. Completely invisible when you blend it out. There is no white cast. This fragrance free, and they even tone down that SPF smell, so it's not even like that SPF-y. Just incredible. This by far has been my favorite sunscreen so far of the year. This is such a great SPF. And then we're going to jump to the best tinted SPF. Who would have thunk? Yeah. I would like an apology. We have the Supergoop Protect Tint Daily SPF. So I have so many thoughts on this, guys. I am going to say 76 episodes. Not only is this the best tinted SPF I've ever used, this is quickly becoming one of my favorite complexion/foundations I have ever used. Yeah. The coverage, I keep finding myself during the summer, every single time I do my makeup, to go to a barbecue, to do anything. We just went to a Broadway show the other night. I am like, why wouldn't I use this because of the SPF? But then it's the whole other additive of this looks better on my skin, wears better, wears like a dream, better than 99% of my foundations. And when we went to the Half Magic event, I wore my tried and true Holy Grail Revlon full cover, super color stay, whatever foundation. I put this full round of this on first. And then I was like, because I was just going to wear this. Then I was like, okay, I want a little more coverage. Ended up almost doing like a second layer of the Revlon on top. My skin looked unbelievable. Yeah, because I think if you hydrate under with this and then even put a more mattifying thing, if you need long wear, shine control, everything. Yes. Mama, with
balance
SPF
that skin.
50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my thing about skin tints. It's like we were talking about the Win skin tint the other day, the Serena Williams thing. It's like I've tried it, even though when I went to the event, the makeup artist matched me to the lightest shade in the range. Like, so I can't even wear it. But when I am super pale, I tried it once and it wore really beautiful. But I'm like, why am I going to use that with SPF 30 when this says SPF 50?
Yeah. Like, and it's a better coverage, consistency.
Yes.
Everything and better. Yeah. Like the Win might wear long, but not as.
And this honestly wears just, if not better than the Win. So I'm like, why wouldn't I go with this? Like, it's just so I can't even explain to you. Like I said, this has probably encroached into like my top 5 favorite complexion products of all time. But you are right about that one shade, girl. What is that shade?
Miss 10. The lightest shade,
Bride,
Mama, gray, and it doesn't adjust. I brought you a sample of it. Yes, I was like, no, you need to see it in person.
Yes, it
is green, gray, monster from the Black Lagoon.
Yes,
Mama, it is fucking dead body.
I know.
I'm like, who is putting this on? There is not one. It's given Euphoria, girl. Who does this match?
Yes,
I said, Mama, did we do market research?
I know,
because it's gray.
It's gray.
And I'm like, oh, girl, not that.
So I wear shade, I bought shade 14, 20's great. And then I guess they sent it to me and I was unaware of it, but like shade 24 turned up in my house.
Which
that also looks great. Like,
so funny. Where did it come from?
I have no clue, but I'm using shade 24 when I'm self-tanned and then 14 normally. Okay. But it's just, I'm telling you guys, if you buy one complexion product, who knows what the latter 6 months of the year have in store, but if you buy one complexion product, this is my number one. And this is like
selling out like everywhere on the shelves. It's hard to find.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
All right. So these are the shade extensions of the Patrick Ta Blush Duo. So this has the cream and the powder. So we actually tried in a beauty video.
Did I buy these?
Yeah.
Okay.
You bought the coral and the pink. When we were at Sephora one day and we did a beauty video of like all new makeup. And that is on
my channel,
your channel. So then we use these and the peach is unreal because it's a light enough peach with like this beautiful finish on the skin. It is the right color peach, even if you're a little tan, because when you put that cream first and that powder over it.
Yes.
Oh, God. And this pink is lighter than their other pinks.
Yeah.
But it goes on beautiful. It's the perfect like light pink without looking too white on the skin. And then the last one is called Just Enough or something, which I don't love like brown blushes on me. I don't really care for it. But for somebody looking for something that's just like a whisper of a color, a lot of people like that barely blush to look now. Yeah. But give me color. And those first two.
Oh, totally. And am I right? Exactly. And it's perfect to have that cream and powder in one. You can't go wrong. Packaging stunning. It has the plastic sleeve over the cream, so it's not going to get gross. And am I right in saying that I remember it looks slightly intimidating in the pan, but when it goes on, it's so much more wearable than it looks. So don't be afraid if you see it in person and go like, whoa.
Yeah. And I will say the colors too have been very deceiving, where the pink I thought was going to be too light.
Yeah.
And you pop that on and it goes on darker than it looks.
Yes.
So sometimes it looks like, oh, that's barely going to do anything. And I'm like, oh, no, Mama.
Yeah, yeah.
Miss Patrick knows what she's doing.
It's all you, girl.
Okay, all right. All right, so next up we have the NYX Buttermelt Bronzers. Okay, so I love these. You were a little skeptical because they do have a little bit of that sheen, that satin finish to them.
Yes.
It is not advertised as shimmer because we'll get to that later on. These have a skin-like finish, so I was nervous. I have a shade number 1, and they go on darker than they look.
Yes.
And this is one of my favorite formulas ever. The names bother me, but I would say this Buttercup. Ugh, God, all buttered up.
Yeah.
Ooh. These are so beautiful. Such a great, like, creamy formula. I just take it with like a domed brush and just pop this right over. No cream bronzer underneath. And it gives me the most beautiful sculpt, the most beautiful bronze, perfect shades too. And I got one of them in the mail to like review, and I don't know why they sent it to me. It was number 6.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I was like, that can't be right. And when I looked up the shade range, I was like, oh, maybe they start at 6 and it goes like, maybe their numbering system is weird. I was like, no, this starts at 1 and it goes to 8.
I know.
So I got number 6 in the mail. So I was like, okay, now I have to go buy number 1.
Yeah.
And I can't get enough of these. Even though they have that satin finish, you don't see the shimmer on the skin. No. It doesn't show, but it is the most beautiful bronzer formula. It is one of my favorites. I use it almost every day.
It gives me like Physicians Formula butter bronzer vibes.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So if it's harder to get your hands on the Physicians Formula, this is also lit. Yeah. And I was super skeptical because when I swatched that shit on my hands, it was like glow. Like when you go in the pan and swipe, it looks like
shimmer
brown highlighter. Yeah. But then when you're right. You told me, you were like, shut your gay mouth, take a brush, put it on, and you're right. It's like, it looks
because
really
I will
beautiful.
say like this was almost like, this is a more pigmented version of the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze.
Yes.
That I used to use on every single person. Mm-hmm. And these, I mean, oh God, this formula is so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
especially if you have dry or mature skin, it's going to look really stunning.
And it's really is like it melts in your skin and it's a powder.
Yes.
And it's incredible.
Yeah. And on that note,
12 Butterlicious shades of blush. So this is where it's a soft matte, which I would say satiny again, and because soft matte is a satin.
Yeah.
And then glowy finishes. So where it has like the little diamond shimmer logo above those 4, I have one of these. These have glitter.
Do they?
They have glitter, mama.
Oh, those 2.
The 4.
Okay,
on the bottom and the top. So the third one in, Sooner the Butter, was one of the ones that I swatched, and I bought 5 colors and I used that one and the other 3 when I put them all on my skin, and that was quite the process, wiping it off, putting it on, turn the page, wash your hands. And I would say Sooner the Butter was probably my least favorite because it was so reflective. It was almost like similar to the Rare Beauty where it was like very like glowy, but the Rare Beauty was smoother. Where these were chunkier glitter. Mama.
Yeah.
It wasn't refined. It wasn't refined enough for me. But I gotta say, like, these shades, I want more colors of these because the purple, the hot pink, I think I have 9 of these.
Yeah, I haven't tried these yet. Yeah. I would love to try these. Because again, I always think powder blush is something I'm kind of always on the hunt for, especially drugstore, because it's just an represented market.
It is.
It's like ridiculous. The powder blush game is like so weak at the drugstore. It's like your only options are Revlon, L'Oreal, whatever, and it's like an idea,
a thought of a peach.
Pink. Yeah, they look like they were left out in the sun for 10 years.
Yeah,
that faded of a color.
And then, of course, the Walgreens lights,
and only for white people. Yeah. You know what? I mean, they barely
they do a berry blush.
That's what I mean. They would barely show up on me. Let
or they
alone
do
anyone.
A berry blush, and it's muted. It's called like muted raspberry. Raspberry whispers.
Yeah. Raspberry whispers. Yes.
Oh my God! But these, I'll have to bring these over so you can like try them on. They are phenomenal. I love these.
I'm going to jump on that note to the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Luminous Powder Blushes. So these were the ones that they basically look like highlighters, but they're in different arrays of pink. And the reason I love these, and the reason, piggybacking on what you just said about the NYX, I get exactly what you're talking about. Because the NYX, those ones with the shimmer in it, like, why did you do that?
We have to use them strategically.
There was almost a lack of intentionality with that. Like, let's just put more shimmer, but let's not think about the shimmer, the way the shimmer's going to look. Is it finely milled enough? The whole 9 yards. Where if I ever wanted a product that was a glowy blush, I want it in this formula, which we have given so many flowers to the Rare Beauty Luminous highlighters. This is the exact same formula, but in pink tones. And I think this is something, especially for summer, I think the initial kind of, not that I don't want matte powder blushes from Rare Beauty, TikTok, please bring it soon. But if I wanted a product like this, this is the exact formula I would want it in. And I think it's understanding how to use this, because I do all the time, where I used it when we went to Half Magic before whatever that highlighter you gave me was after, but I topped it with that. But I put my blush on like how I would put it, and then I ombre this as though I'm putting highlighter on, but I pick a shade in a coinciding to the blush I used, and it gives that blush color, but in those areas you want that blinding gorgeousness of that glow. And especially if you are like a simple girly, this really is like a great all-in-one thing. Like if you do your base, put your, your complexion, your brows, your bronzer, then put this on as a highlighter to give yourself that whisper of color. You have that glow. put this on the eyes, the inner corner. There's versatility with this where you can get a monochromatic look from one color and one color only. So these were kind of like annoying at first because I was like, ugh, like give me a powder blush. But I ended up really falling in love with these and thinking it is super cool only because of how perfect the formula is.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay, so next up we have the Say Beauty Liquid Bronzers. So I got this after we did it on Purchase or Pass, and I absolutely love it. I got it in this...
This might have been Patreon. We talked about this on Patreon.
Did we?
Yeah.
Just kidding. Never mind.
So y'all know if you subscribe to Patreon.
I absolutely love this formula. I would love to see more shades eventually too, of like in-betweens, even more cooler tone ones to sculpt. These are so good. I love this formula. Again, no shimmer, but that luminous, like dewier. Like I love putting this over liquid foundation, setting and reinforcing with like the NYX powder bronzer. And it just gives everything such a good punch of color underneath that this is easily one of my favorites to like quickly bronze. And it doesn't dry down weird. I love the blush formula of these, but the bronzer formula is so stunning. And that's what I almost wanted from Rare Beauty. They have a liquid blush formula. Where's the liquid bronzer in that same packaging?
I know.
They would kill it.
Yes.
They did the bronzer sticks, but I'm like, those colors.
Red.
Mama.
Girl, I bought it and returned it. It was red.
Amazonian clay. No pun intended.
Literally, yes.
Girl, it was clay.
Red. Yes.
It was like red clay, mama. It was.
No, totally. And I would say these are better for dry.
Better for dry skin,
mature skin, and combo on the outside, not on the inside of the face, because they are the same as the Say blush formula where they really are more
radiant.
They're not even exactly, and I don't even want to say that they're radiant, but it's the
hydrated.
Exactly. The hydration, it almost has a lack of dry down.
Yeah.
So if you are oily, it might get a little spooky and scary. Yeah. So and that's where for liquid bronzer or a cream bronzer for oily, I still would go with the Trixie sticks or the Hindash liquid bronzer.
Trixie bronzers.
Yeah, because they dry down. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have the Revolution Skin Silk Serum Foundation. This is another one. If you want to do the IT Cosmetics SPF 50 first and then finish with this. So this says Radiant Satin Finish. That's an oxymoron. Like, because radiant implies radiant and satin is more in the middle. This is definitely a satin finish. This is not a perfect, like, in the middle satin finish. You could wear this dry, oily combination and mature because that's how beautiful the formula is. It's just hydrating, yet it wears beautifully. This almost reminds me of the Supergoop if you took the SPF out.
Oh, okay. I never tried this.
Insanity. I've worn this. So this is in my top 5. Yeah. Like I would honestly say at this point in my life, all these years, my top 5, the Dior Forever Matte, Revolution Color Stay, this, and the Supergoop. Did I say that? And then another one we have coming up, which I'm wearing at the moment. But in all of these choices, you're getting obviously the Dior Forever Matte and the Revlon are marketed more as matte foundations, but you finally, after doing 622 episodes with me, talking about the Revlon Color Stay ad nauseum, I bought lighter shades for the 2 girls I did prime makeup on, and I said, I was like, you can have it when I'm done, and you finally took it and wore it, so...
It's lovely.
After all this time.
I just hydrate my skin well, and I was like, okay, it's going to be matte, but girl, all day wear. All day wear.
Not that you have the lines I have, but the lack of creasing, the lack of everything. It's
stays in
it's unreal.
Place. It's shine free.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
Unreal. And for $13.
Yes. So this too, like I said, especially for mature skin, just to have that like light to medium buildable coverage, where I think you're going to be able to get a little bit more coverage with this than the Supergoop. So if you want to start with the IT Cosmetics SPF 50 underneath and then finish with this, beautiful combination. Amazing. This is like probably the best launch from Revolution in the past decade. So,
Miss Dewy Plump. Okay, so these are the coinciding shades. So these match the lip collagen gels
from
Give Beauty. These are the Dewy Plump Collagen Cheek Tints. Mama, I bought Peony in both.
Yes.
So that hot pink, this like that lilac-y color too. I mean, all of these are such a super hit. I would love to see more shades because I absolutely love every single one of these.
Yeah.
I want more shades in both. These are so, and again, dewiness, not radiance.
Yes.
It is not shimmer. It is hydration. It is beautiful, beautiful coverage. It's the right amount of pigmentation where you're not going to screw it up.
Yes.
But it is the right amount of pigmentation where you're not going to have to layer it on 4 times.
Yes.
This is back of the hand. I take a little bit, little brush. Ooh, 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 tap, tap, tap. And it is stunning. I love these. I can't say enough good things about these.
Yeah. And so how do you think, because in my mind, I will say this, is I think these are better than the Say Beauty blushes, because I think Say Beauty is Say Beauty blush formula, not that bronzer formula, but the Say Beauty blush formula borderlines on Ookie Spooky Scary Glowstina, like really, really glowy.
And I also, because with the 2 pink shades we have here on the top, the more, I'm going to call them the trendier pinks, where Baby from Say, which is the light pink, almost doesn't show up.
And I was going to say that. Am I right in saying the Say colors are a little drab?
Well, and then it's like you have like a bright shade like Poppy, but then you turn around. And then you turn around, you have everything and nothing colors of like a chili red. And I'm like, chilies. God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, a girl, mama, no.
Yeah.
And there's no excitement behind it, where this to me screams market research of what people want. We want lilac, pink, coral, a pinky or like
a more neutral pink.
Neutral pink. And then we have this like, we borderline into this like burnt kind of browny terracotta red, and then a deeper shade. I even would love to see like an acai HAUS Labs, like a berry color in these, and a red.
Yes.
I felt like a red blush would do so well.
Yes.
And then having a coinciding lip gel in the red, calling it like the OG or whatever she calls it, like original me. I'm like, oh my God, girl, mama, T.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then how would you compare this to the HAUS Labs?
So these I feel like not as like glassy looking on the skin.
Yeah.
They're definitely dewy, but the HAUS Labs is more of like that. I'm talking your cheeks look wet.
Yes.
And you look hydrated, and they don't feel greasy. Where these don't feel greasy, but you're not getting that level of
kind of a glow. Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, totally. All right. And then we have the Rare Beauty Find Comfort Gentle Exfoliating Body Wash. So I think this was also a Patreon thing. We unboxed this right in my shower because I've talked about it at nauseum, that the scent, and I love that it's the same scent as everything else in this line. The scent is so good. And to have this in a body wash where my skin smells like this, like deeply after showering up, and then obviously you could reinforce it with the lotion, but to have it in a body wash, A. B, at first I had a pro and con with the like gentle exfoliating aspect, because I love the aspect of a gentle exfoliant as someone that self-tans, because it kind of makes the wear of my fake tan more seamless. But a lot of exfoliating body washes don't really lather. You know what I mean by that? The way they're supposed to. And when I had this in the shower for the first time, I put this on my my loofah. My mom called it a puffball when I was growing up, so that's what I call it now. And you know, when you get older and you realize like words your family called things is not the general.
Oh, like what everybody calls like the remote for the TV?
Clicker.
No.
Oh. What?
There was, girl, buttons, remote.
Oh, yeah. Clicker. That's what I mean. Yeah. Everyone had their own like in-house slogan, and then you go out into the real world and call it that. And it's like you're in elementary school and someone's like, what?
Dumb
yeah. And you literally are like mortified.
2 for 1 special there. Yeah. I'm like,
a friend of my sister's did that one time. It was me, her, my sister, and her dad, and my sister's friend's dad at a thing, and there was a Reese's in the thing, and the girl goes, she was like, oh, Reese's? And we were like in our teens, and her dad goes, he's like, what? And she's like, Reese's. And we were like, Reese's? She's like, no, it's called a Reese's. And he's like, no, that's what your mother called them when you were 3. Like, but she thought that they were Reese's because her mom was like, you want a Reese's? Like,
yeah.
So that's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh my God. And the little Reese's when you pull the little panties off.
Yeah.
I just saw that meme the other day and I said, do you think they like it when you pull their little panties off? And I said,
I don't like that.
I said, Mama, I will never eat them again.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Can I get them unwrapped already?
Yeah.
But this is such a... I love this.
Lathers like a mother. It's so good.
Minimal
so it's
product,
like a regular
because
body wash.
I went hard. I put like a lot on my
because you don't think it's going to exfoliate. You don't think it's going to lather when it says exfoliation.
Mama. I was...
Yes.
Lucille Ball. I was like...
yeah.
In the shower almost slipping on the phone. I was like, oh my God.
So it does last a really long time because a little squirt will really lather.
Oh my God. But this literally with the with the hot water too, and it just like it's like an aromatic experience.
Bringing the spot out of the shower.
And then, well, Mama, and your dried up eucalyptus, did you keep it?
No.
You're supposed to hang it dry like that in your shower. Everyone was commenting that
I threw it out.
Yeah, so everyone was letting us know that like,
or you know what,
eucalyptus that dry.
I think it's right in the garbage bag outside the door. So I'll
no, you're supposed to hang it in the shower, and then it's like a spa-like experience because the steam almost like releases the
Patreoners told us that because we did a lot of the Patreon we're referring to. We did a big PR unboxing over for the bonus footage for the week.
Beekman sent over dried out eucalyptus stems, and that's why they were hooked because you hook it in your shower.
Thanks, Patreon. Yeah, I'll dig them out of the garbage and hang them. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, because
it's literally just
Mama.
Yeah, it's just in a garbage bag with like
plastic. Imagine doing that with the Rare Beauty. I'll fall asleep.
I hit my head in the shower. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay.
And then last but not least,
I had to include these because when I was in Aruba, these went live on Rare Beauty. So I'm in another country
fighting food poisoning and throw up in the pool.
Yeah, and I'm watching people. It was Mean Girls and also Bridesmaids.
Yes,
I'm Regina George standing there watching everybody like projectile
shit in the sink,
shitting lava, and I'm just. And I'm ordering these Rare Beauty dog toys because they launch, and these are $18 each. So when funny. I tell you, and it comes apart like a blush and a mascara. 2 parts, and you get to put it back, everything. Yeah. My dogs love these toys. It is so funny. The other day, we were like, I was sitting there, and I was like, and I'll like take the blush, and I'll like poke my one dog in the face and like brush her face, and she just like closes her eyes, and she likes when I brush her face with it.
When you put on her blush.
Yeah, and she loves it. And then I'll just like, and then the other one, when I was doing it, she was like looking at me and got mad and went over and took it. And she was like, this is mine.
Yeah.
I want more of these.
That's really
cute. They are
cute.
so adorable. And they usually destroy everything. They have kept these intact.
Nice.
Not a thread out of place. They are super high quality. I'm like, Rare Beauty, I want more dog toys.
I
want everything.
That's funny.
Oh, who would have adorable. I love it.
All right, we're going to take a break and be back with Purchase or Pass.
Girl, I thought we were done.
Alrighty, Purchase or Pass to round out every single launch in 2024. Footsies. All right, guys. First up, we have the brand new She Glam Stick Foundation. This is what I was saying. I am wearing this right now. Little T, because I got access to this early. Oh my God, this is so good. And I was so nervous because stick foundations can go one of two ways. And I do want to call back as well because a lot of you have been asking us over the course of a certain amount of months our official thoughts on the Anastasia stick.
I'm not gagging.
It was too dewy.
It was not enough coverage.
Beautiful on you, but exactly. I feel like you weren't sold on it because it wasn't enough coverage. And for me, gone. And in the center of my face in 4 hours. It was gone.
As a skin tint stick, Mama, I'm not into it.
I'd rather use the Revolution or Supergoop for that level of coverage.
Give me the Supergoop because I'd rather have something that wears better on my skin. Because even throughout the episode, I felt like right around like my nose area, I was like, it started to look like undone.
Yeah,
it looked like I rushed through my makeup and then just like.
Well, it started to look shiny on you than I think any other foundation tends to, but I also think in the summer, even for you having dry skin, even for you, if you went outside with that on, it would melt off. Like that was my
in Phoenix.
That was my thoughts on Anastasia where, so this came and I was nervous because my thing with stick foundations is, this is why I didn't love the Ilia stick. a lack of emollients. The Ilia, which I never do with stick foundations, but if I was going to swipe it directly on my skin, the Ilia was like dragging because it was so dry of a formula, where Anastasia was too goopy. It was so not, like, I felt like no amount of heat from the skin was like
warming
it up. So it was, I felt like I was almost, and then correct me if I'm wrong, once that Ilia was swiped around, when you started to buff, tell me it didn't feel like you were buffing out powder. Right?
I was sad because when I first felt it, I was like, oh, this feels great. Yes. But that Ilia mom, and especially because everything is so radiant and hydrated from them, I was a little shocked that it was doing that. Dry?
Yes.
So I was a little disappointed. But with the She Glam, when you got these, I was like deciphering which color I potentially want to get. And there's so many too that I feel like they could work. How many shades is this? 30 something?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the shade range is incredible.
Incredible.
And the wear time of this, you had this on, when did you have this on that we were together? And maybe it was one of the episodes.
I think might have been last week or the week before.
Yeah. And it just looks so, I mean, it was unreal on you. Unreal.
It's what I have on right now.
Oh my God.
And so this is what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, it looks great.
I am wearing shade nude. And then I am actually, today, I use truffle as the bronzer. Because they sent me like almost the whole range. My whole face is practically this. Yeah. And what I love about it is the emollient. So,
and that brush.
Oh, guys, look at that brush. It's like this little kabuki thing that comes to a diamond, and then it is like rounded off this way.
Very dense. And you would think it would soak up that product.
Feels like a natural hair brush, but it is clearly synthetic, where I don't think I've ever used a brush where when I blend out foundation, the brush looks clean because it's not wasting a drop, because it's not letting anything penetrate in the brush.
It's smoothing that over your skin, airbrushing you and saying, I'll go over here now, clean.
And yes, and you know what I love doing with that peak there? So actually even me, with what I have now, the point of that brush, I put this on the back of my hand, the stick, pick it up with the brush, and then put it on that way. Today I was in a rush to get ready, so I did put this directly on the skin. Sacrilege. I never do that, but it still blended out beautifully.
That with stick foundations.
And what I do is I took the nude shade and I dip the point of that triangle right in it, and I do this as concealer. So my whole face right now is these sticks. And it wears unbelievable. I would say, honestly, finish-wise, I think this is like a perfect natural finish, which I'm so happy about. It's not glowy gloschina. It's not matte. It's not whatever.
And $10.99.
$10.99, girl. And the packaging, stunning. That She Glam is like raised up. It's not a magnetic closure, which that was our one thing we wish, but we're being picky. It's just,
if that's the one thing wrong with it is the magnetic closure that's non-existent, I'll take it.
This is stunning. And I have to say, the two, and even working with She Glam a lot, like the last foundation I ever did with them was the Balm. Remember the Balm?
Mm-hmm.
The Balm is unbelievable. It's not something I continue using because I'm too oily, but mature skin for that goddamn Balm is unbelievable. Dry skin and mature skin. Where this, everybody, they hit it out of the park with this.
Yeah, I love this. All right, next up. So this is something that I'm still waiting to see.
Yes.
I'm very excited to try this. So this is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. So it's medium buildable coverage, long wearing, has a 1% hydrating hibiscus complex, which... Okay.
Yes.
So it's I'm excited. You know,
and now what?
The shade range looks promising, but why does the whole first arm swatches all look the same?
Yes.
So I feel like we don't see a difference until 10 shades in. So I am excited to try this, though. It seems cool that they're coming out finally with a medium buildable coverage that's like a satiny formula, because I feel like everything's always super glowy or super matte.
Absolutely.
So I'm very, very curious to try this. I have a feeling, I don't know why I get the feeling I'm not going to love this, or I won't reach for it anymore. And I don't know if it's boring packaging.
I feel like it's going to be mid. I feel like we're going to put it on. We're going to like the way it looks.
I'll never touch it again.
It's just not going to knock anything out of our top 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be like, I don't look at this and feel excited. And maybe because I've just never been that enthused
by
with
e.l.f. foundations.
Yeah,
so we'll see, because maybe it could be in the vein of like the Revolution Skin tint. depending on if you can shear this out or if you can build it, how the adaptability, but especially that there is no SPF, there is no whatever, there's no promise of the finish, which I think e.l.f. can get a little foolish with like calling something satin and it's going to be, you know what I mean, one way or the other. So, and I haven't even really seen anybody do a wear test with this yet. The only one I saw on TikTok was Michaela, of course, put it on, immediately was like, this is gorgeous, and then didn't show us how it wore. So I'm like, of course, on your 22-year-old skin, this looks stunning 1 minute after you put it on. But how does it wear? What is it? Whatever.
Right.
So I'm curious. I don't know why this is like hard to get your hands on right now. e.l.f. sends me PR maybe a month after it comes out. So I won't be able, you know what I mean? We're going to have to go
and you're going to get the shade medium warm.
Medium warm
is that yellow bullshit up top.
Tan warm. Oh my God.
They're going to be like, this matches, right?
Literally. You're right. Yes.
So I don't know. This is a pass for me. As of right now, I'm not excited. It's a potential purchase with a return. With a return clause built in. But yeah.
But we kind of always feel that way with foundations. It's hard. I mean, hence why I think the She Glam's a purchase, because I've been wearing it for 2 weeks multiple times and I can tell you how, but this is going to be exactly, you got to kind of maybe wait till we try it out, or, you know, try it out in yourself and return it. But I can't, even based on e.l.f.'s foundation reputation, I can't.
That's what I'm basing it off of, that I'm like
I can't trust.
Yeah. All right. Miss Watermelon Pop, Miss Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the new watermelon flavor. I saw this in store the other day, smelt it, and it does smell good.
Okay.
Very.
Fake?
Yeah. It's not going to smell like real watermelon.
No, but obviously it's going to be fake, but
it's like subtle. Watermelon candy.
Diabetes.
Not subtle.
Diabetes.
Yeah, mama. It's like a Jolly Rancher and then like watermelon, like do you remember those watermelon lollipops in like the long, almost like CVS receipt length that would be like individual and they were like horizontally in the thing, shaped like a little watermelon, and it was a lollipop?
Maybe. Yeah. Kind of.
Oh, okay. Well,
I didn't get things like that at the checkout line when I wasn't like you. I wasn't rich.
But this so artificial. I don't know. I'm kind of over the Laneige lip train. I'm like, girl, when are we gonna stop?
What's new? What you know what I mean?
If you're a big fan of Laneige, because I fell victim to it, or getting the cotton candy one, mama, cotton candy was not in the room. It was berry. It smelled like berries, mama. Yeah. It was no cotton candy. The colors were.
Yeah.
And it's just like to have 10 of these on their nightstand of like, what flavor do I put on tonight?
Exactly. I'm 1/3 of the way through it, but you made a new flavor, so I'm just going to buy a new one.
And this one literally has, I feel like, the most color, where it's like a rich red color. Okay. And I'm like, okay, girl, I also don't want a lip mask when I'm going to bed.
A colored one. Exactly.
All over my pillow.
My pillow. I know.
Mama, I don't know. I just don't know. It's a little foolish, so I'm going to say pass.
Yeah, that's why we'd go with the Bioma lip mask, because clear, it's like, you know.
Or the Fenty, if you want to dip your finger in anything. That one, you at least click to get product. Or the Bioma.
Or even with this, what's the OG of this? The light pink one.
The berry.
Okay. Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's super subtle, the scent. Yeah. Yes, that's what I would, because it almost is a little cleary, like when it goes on, it's not that. So, but I agree. I think we're getting a little fatigued with the amount of flavors and scents and the whole 9 yards with this. All right, next up, we have the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer for the eyes and face. The packaging looks cool, that it's like an oval.
Yeah. Can I just say something controversial yet brave?
Yes.
I hate her shade ranges.
Okay, so I was just going to say, this is obviously Danessa is, you know, a black woman. I don't know about those dark shades.
Mama, look at the last 10.
Like, I would say all the way up till more than half, we're still in light complexion.
Because we get...
Then there's 3 mediums.
White, pink, white, neutral, yellow, peach, orange, yellow, pink, and then neutral, and then orange, and then just deeper red tones.
Yes.
I just don't know how I feel. I don't know what it is about Danessa's shade ranges, but like, if we're only going to come out with something in 20 to 25 colors.
Which, can I say as well, I don't understand the beauty industry's dedication to making Simpsons yellow products. Why are we all still under the delusion that people have yellow skin?
Like I'm
not talking like Spanish medium complexion.
No, this is like these concealers are yellow and hot.
Yes, my skin tone, my lightness, whatever shade depth, but then 9 pounds of yellow pigment. No one has that skin. Why do we still, like, you don't see that in the bottle when you're making, and I'm not saying these are overly that way. I just kind of mean in general. But,
I think there's a few.
Well, yeah, but how do you look at that in the bottle and go, oh, that's a human complexion? Yellow.
And I love when they have pictures of like a model wearing each one of the shades.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that doesn't look like that.
That's not
I'm
that.
like, girl, you mixed.
Yeah.
Girl, you mixed a little.
Yes.
Little.
Which, of course, they're not going to disclose, Heather, in a small
She's
asterisk.
wearing number 33.
Heather's wearing
15.
Shade 35, 36, and 37. Yeah.
Yeah. Mixed. A drop of each one.
This is interesting because it's like, when I see Danessa complexion products, part of me gets excited because I go, oh, okay, makeup artist, I have a lot of faith. However, then I think about the other Danessa complexion products and like that powder
balm.
Well, but that thing I was so excited for. It's like a liquidy powder primer for oily skin. That was supposed to blur. Nothing. Did not make me any more matte. Nothing. Then I feel like her complexion products are so glowy. They could or balmy, like olive oil Pam cooking spray, oily, that it's going to melt off your face.
That it was like wet and greasy.
So I just don't. I would be so excited about the formula of this, but I can't, like Elf. I don't trust in Danessa Myricks complexion products enough to do so. So I don't know. This is definitely, right off the gate, I'm going to say pass, but I'm curious to try it and see because maybe it is a sleeper hit, but this definitely I would proceed with caution, watch reviews, etc.
I would try it, but I don't think
this is by no means something you have to run out and, purchase until other people try it out for you and let you know. So
yeah. Agreed. Okay, so these are the new Patrick Ta Major Glow Cream and Powder Light Reflecting Highlighter Duos. Oh my God.
God almighty.
10 times fast.
It's a highlighter!
So these are marketed almost as like more of a transparent highlighter, so they're not like fully metallic either, which...
Okay, you just took... I just said there was something else I was going to say about Danessa. That's what I was going to say. It's these makeup artist own brands. Like I'm talking editorial makeup artists, your Pat McGraths, your Danessa Myricks, your Patrick Tas. That this was my other point about Danessa. There's a lot of foolish products that are made, seems like specifically for them in their own kit to put on career models for Vogue shoots with flawless skin. That
clear
are
lip gloss for the eye, lip, and face.
Glowstina, barely any coverage to make them glowy and glossy for the 5 minutes they're getting their photo taken and then wipe it off.
Yeah.
That's my problem with Danessa, Pat, and Patrick sometimes. And you took the words out of my mouth to describe
these
it.
These are
exactly
literally lip gloss on the top, which I get them.
Is this what you told me?
Yes.
Okay, we were in Sephora and you told me about these and you said it was like lip gloss.
The top shade. Like, and listen, I liked them at first for the powder formula of like the white diamond color.
It looks pretty.
It was so pretty, but then the pink was almost, there's no pink. The pink is not in the room with us.
It looks like it's going to be white and then it's
It
blue.
Is. It looks like it's going to be pink and it's white.
Yes.
Mama.
Yeah. I know.
It looks like it's going to be white and then it's that Dior highlight.
Yeah, and then it's blue.
Yeah. Girl, I just, like, I don't know about these.
No, that white is white. I can tell.
The white is white.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, so that we have the 5 shades. So we have My Love, Baby, Sugar, Daddy, and Honey.
I don't like that.
Which at that point, Mama,
I am a Christian woman. What does he mean by daddy?
I don't care for these things that are face gloss for the average person because anybody with shoulder length hair and you got to turn that head, Mama, Don't drive with the top down to work because...
Well, these aren't made for anyone who drives a convertible because those are the models wearing it. So the models wearing it who drive a convertible will have already removed this after their Vogue photo shoot. But for the rest of us that drive Toyota Corollas and Honda CRVs, Honda CRVs with my hoopty car in the driveway that hasn't worked for 6 months, that has my crank window held on with double-sided tape. For the rest of us who have worked a 9 to 5 and have the kind of textured cheeks, these products are not for us. Who are these for? I'm so tired of these like model makeup products.
Well, because people want to achieve glowy skin like that. And this is the false promise of use this and you're going to look like a model with glowy skin.
Yes.
No, you won't.
No, you won't. You will for the 5 minutes after you put it on, but then it's going to be in your shoes by the end of the day. Yeah, it's not even going to look that great to begin with. But I had a conversation with someone who was kind of...
It's going to be in your shoes, did you say?
Yeah, like, I had a conversation with someone that they had oily skin and they were saying that they are like me, combo oily, and they were like, I want to have that glowy Gloschina look. And I was like, the biggest misconception is if you have combination and oily skin and you're not Michaela who can just put on a face gloss and it looks great, the biggest misconception is that you use products like these. No, you don't. You need to mattify the canvas first, mama. You need to use Dior Forever Matte, Revlon Color Stay, the She Glam Foundation, the Supergoop, something that is going to wear on your oily skin, etc. Then you can do cream products, but the right cream products. The Trixie Stick, the Hindash Cream Bronzer. Blush is the same thing. It can't be the Say Beauty. It can't be these overly glowy Gloschina things.
Right.
Then powder everything and then then you can go in with the NYX blushes and bronzers that have that incandescent radiance to them. You have to add that glow manually. And there are times that I can then add those kind of powder products with that glow once I know that the foundation of the house is secure. But you can't build the foundation of your house when you have combo and oily skin with glowy mud and then be surprised at 8 p.m. that the house is crumbling down.
The house is down the street.
The house is in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Like, you have to build a solid foundation for your combo and oily skin and then add in at the end powders and products that have that glowiness, or end with the Half Magic setting spray that gives you that glow, so on and so forth. It's got to be added in manually. You can't be using these products. I can't with it. Pass.
So how do you feel?
Pass.
Oh, I thought you were going to purchase it. Okay, so next up we have the Sol de Janeiro, one of the number 48 spray. So this is one of the new perfume mists, and it was actually from last year's summer collection, is bikini season, now repackaged.
Oh, my top fell off. My naturals. Oh.
Oh my god, your naturals. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's bikini season? Oh, that's too bad because I won't be wearing one. Oh god. So this is one of the ones, again, repackaged from last year.
Same scent?
Same scent that now it was brought by popular demand right back into the lineup now. Okay. And I think this one is going to be exclusive to Ulta, which I don't get why. Just have them at both retailers. Stop doing the exclusivity.
It's so exhausting.
Well, and it's funny too because the original one last year, Sol de Janeiro, didn't launch yet at Ulta.
Yeah.
So you're going to bring this scent exclusively to Ulta that Ulta customers, if they don't shop at Sephora, don't know what this is. So it's going to be brand new information.
Isn't that?
And now you're driving Sephora clients to Ulta. Yes. So Sol de Janeiro is probably getting a slap on the wrist from Sephora.
Oh, yeah. Sephora don't play that.
Yeah. But they're also coming out with, there's another one in here that I included, and it's the number 76. So this one I am so excited for because I did not get my hands on this originally. It's called After Hours. I think you would love this. It's just, when you're just, God, just hung up and put away wet at the end of the night.
Hard and put away wet.
Yeah.
That in a bottle.
Mama. So I'm excited for this because After Hours was such a unique scent for them. I was so sad that I didn't buy this.
Like robust and
I think you would love
more bite to it.
This you would love.
So this is returned?
This is now going to be coming back.
Coming back.
And so, okay,
Did I
didn't
get this?
know. No, you didn't get this one. This was
I got the spider one.
You got the 59.
Yeah.
So also with the numbering thing, I just asked somebody from Sol de Janeiro and I said, what does this mean? They were like, I think it has to do with significant years in history. I said, not 1958, not 1942, mama.
Yeah.
And then I was like, honey, wait, what?
1776? Is that what that is?
No, this is, no, but it's Brazilian.
1976.
So the dazzling 1976 discotheque era of Brazil. So it's all Brazilian history. Mama, I thought it was American history. And I said,
yeah, not those dates.
Girl, not that.
Okay.
So I kind of love
cool.
that.
Yeah.
So I was always like, where are these numbers coming from and where are they pulling them out from? But Miss Sol de Janeiro needs to be careful because careful how many of these you come out with, mama. You're going to run out of years.
Yeah.
You're going to run out of memorable moments.
I know.
For your
and
sprays.
It's like precious moments. It's so hard to keep track of exactly what the numbers are, yada, yada.
Yeah. So I'm just like, and people always end up saying, they're like, where's the blue one? Where's the pink one?
Yeah.
But I love these. So I'm so excited for this one, the 76 being After Hours and then the 48 being Bikini Season because that original collection.
I wear one up here, one down there.
There's one called...
Yeah.
There was
spray them. You
lines.
spray After Hour and Bikini Season together. You immediately...
I'm wearing my Bikini Season After Hours.
Yeah. The myth says if you spray them at the exact same time, it goes...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wear these at the same time when I'm dancing in the shadow of the night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I am excited for these. I think you're really going to actually, when you smell the 76, it's so, and I love these body sprays for summer when I want lighter fragrance.
Yes.
Because sometimes I don't, like the thought of putting, I don't know what it is, a heavier fragrance on in the middle of summer is nauseating.
Agreed.
If I'm going to be hot.
Because then it gets hot. Yeah.
And then I'm like smelling the fucking Valentino and I'm like, I'm about to fucking.
That's what you just did. Oh my God, right, Fat Albert. Like, yeah, no, and my thing, I completely agree with you because I think regular, like, an oud wood heats up too much on the skin.
And Mama,
or an
oud wood
parfum,
in August?
Like, not an oud parfum in August. Like, it heats up too much.
Your
I agree.
Augusty is going to be screaming.
It gets too much, and I want something lighter, but then I'm wearing SPF, and I don't always love the scent of an SPF. So this almost, I agree, these are really cool because they smell like what you wish your SPF all over smelled like.
Yes.
So it covers up that SPF scent. Yeah.
I do love these. I'm excited.
Toots bagoats. All right, this travesty.
That I bought.
Yeah.
So this is the MAC.
I know you did. I know what you did. I know what you... My skirt.
My skirt.
I know what you did.
I put my sprays on all at the same time. Yeah.
Girl, this.
So this is the MAC Viva Glam, the 40-year anniversary of all discontinued eyeshadows that they brought back, which I think is a cool concept from different collections to create a pride palette. I love it for the packaging.
And it's big. The palette's like this big.
For
it's
$150.
And let me tell you something right here, right now. The colors of those eyeshadow in this photo are not what they appear to be. They are not that bright. They are not that saturated.
Mama, that is the XX Pro.
Girl.
Or Valencia filter
literally,
on Instagram.
Literally, I'm not like take what you're seeing, those colors in this palette, and reduce the pigmentation by half. They all have a general dusty gray wash over them.
Yeah.
It's so dull.
Like, why did I buy this just for the packaging?
None of us know.
None
of us know.
Yeah. I don't know.
So would you like to say pass? I think you should say pass, just to learn a lesson.
Pass.
Okay. I don't even want to know. We have some kind of Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, I don't know what this is, but I'm assuming it's a Charlotte Tilbury glowy, barely any coverage stick with tons of shimmer in 4 shades. Did I nail it?
I think there's more shades.
What is this?
So this is it's like a tinted moisturizer stick.
Not with that glitter in it.
Mama. So this is the ultimate no foundation blurring, smoothing, sheer to light. What even? Buildable coverage.
Sheer to clear.
Wait, sheer to light, buildable. To what?
From clear to sheer.
Clear to sheer. In a sculpting effect, it's formulated to melt seamlessly into your skin in 15 seconds. Very specific. And is infused with plant-powered collageneer. Maybe that was a Trend Mood typo. To keep your skin feeling firm, plump, and hydrated. No price, but I'm assuming $50.
Yeah.
And no amount of shade range, so I'm assuming $6.
I'm telling, because it's adaptable. Because it's so fucking
sheer that anybody can use the first one.
Yes. No. We said it on last week's episode. I don't get it with Charlotte Tilbury, guys. I don't get it. We'll have a whole episode of it coming up. But like, once I set up the Patreon, like voice memos, I want to hear from you. What are you buying? Yeah, what?
Because honestly, I'll give it to them. I like the lip liners because of how long wearing they are. But girl, what else are we buying from Charlotte?
NYX for $4.
No, I mean like these are like. Oh no, they have the epic long wear ones, but the colors of the Charlotte Miss Iconic Nude.
So you're saying they're not comparable to the wooden NYX?
No,
wooden NYX don't wear as well as Charlotte. Okay.
Yeah. And Miss Iconic Nude is cool tone nude.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but for a brand making lip liner, a successful product. Yeah. And I will say the setting spray.
Yes.
So the setting spray, but mama.
I go through it so quickly.
I want to have a conversation about that. Why am I running through my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray so fast?
So fast.
And every other setting spray I have for months. And this one, I'm like...
Because to be honest with you, I feel like because why I always loved the Charlotte was because it gave me that hydration back to the skin and actually melted the powders into the skin, the whole 9 yards, and made it last. But now that I have my one size... I know the one size setting spray is going to make everything last. So I'm really just looking for a good one that is going to like make everything melt in. And I've been using that Pink Trixie. And that is such a good sprayer.
I want that one and it's gone off the website. Oh. Because I think it's out of stock. But I think they're going to bring it back. But So my point
being is that like I no longer need to pay the high price tag for the holding power of Charlotte when I have... one size, but I guess if you have dry skin and everything, you don't need one size. That really is
Trixie.
I know that is the setting spray to go with, but I don't get it. Pass, Charlotte. All right, next up we have, this is kind of a big launch, the Rare Beauty Powder Foundations, correct?
So it's a matte formula.
Oh, okay.
So it's True to Myself tinted pressed finishing powder, a matte formula that can also deliver. Okay, this is what gagged me, and I don't like this. A matte formula that can also deliver a luminous natural finish. Pick a fucking lane.
How?
How is it a matte formula that's delivering a luminous natural finish? Girlon.
I know. Stop with that. Stop. No, it can't. So then it's probably a satin finish in the middle.
And 14 shades, but that's...
Girl, the shades. What are we doing? Why do we have one dark shade? That's not good,
and girl. And it's a finishing powder, so you're telling me that anybody...
So it's adaptable.
But mama, those last 3 shades, are you telling me that's the range we're going for?
That's not good.
Mama,
and again,
crazy.
With the yellow, look at the 4 middle.
I want to throw up.
We could have, like, even looking from here, so the lightest shade looks pretty light, but it's probably not pink enough.
The second one is
we're jumping
orange.
To yellow. We could have gotten rid of the 3rd. The 4th should be number 2. Number 2 should be number 4. 5 is great. 6, 7, 8 are all yellow. One of those could go. 7, 8, 9, 10, yellow. One of those could go. Maybe, one of those could go. Keep it cool and a warm. And then add on 3 more to the end. In between, we need one in between the darkest and the second darkest, and then a darker, and maybe even another one in between again. But I'm not
brush,
loving...
though. Not the domed powder brush, but that one that's sitting in the display. That's not the blush brush.
No.
That's I would use that
which
for
I would
like foundation.
love that. Yes, totally.
But not for that powder, being that it's so luminous, natural matte. But yeah.
I don't know. Loving the shade range.
You know what? I don't know how I feel about finishing powders either, because I feel like finishing powders on me show more texture in the end.
Okay.
Where when they don't have enough pigment backing, typically, I feel like when I'm pressing that into the skin, it just looks so, I don't know, it almost makes your makeup look worse than it did before you set it. Does that make sense?
I get what you mean.
Like when you set your foundation, or like when I've used like finishing under eye powders and I go to put it on, it almost makes my under eyes look worse than it did when the concealer was unset.
Okay. See, I would say I like finishing powders better for mature skin and lines, because I think if I pack on a foundation powder like on top too much and build it up, she is jumping in those lines. Like no matter like where the finishing powder I feel like stays on the top level of the skin and isn't going to settle as much. But I could see what you're saying for you with dry skin with finishing powder, because I don't really think you would need a finishing.
And then I'm overcompensating with like a wet setting spray.
Yes.
That I'm again now wet from forehead to chin.
Well, especially because we don't know what the fuck the finish of this is actually, because apparently it's matte, natural, and luminous. So yeah, I don't know. And Rare Beauty historically has not done that well with powder formulas. I should say matte complexion powder formulas, not highlighters, not whatever. Like we're talking powder foundation, eyeshadows, bronzer, blush, matte, like that.
It's not their forte.
It's a little chalky-docky. So I'm nervous with this. Yeah, I'm nervous.
Because even their loose setting powder was shimmer.
Yeah.
And then their touch-up powder, the blotting powder, shimmer.
Yeah.
So what are we... It's going to have shimmer in it.
They should send this to me, and we'll definitely try it out for you.
All right, so now we have shade extensions of the Rhode Beauty...
Peptide Lip Tint.
Peptide Lip Tint. And I like love these shades. So Shortcake is the baby pink. Peach Pit... Not Peach Pit, is a neutral peach. A Guava Spritz is the bright coral. And then Salty Tan is a soft mauve. I love these. I think they're great. I do want to try this formula. I've heard only good things about it. So
we have. I got one of these, remember?
I never used it.
Oh, okay. Because James Welsh was telling us he loved these. And then I love the formula of this, honestly, is very similar to this.
Okay.
It's very that.
I would love to try these. I mean, I think
that pussy pink is like your...
Mama, that's my tea. And that coral, that brighter coral is so stunning for the summer. I love that.
Yeah, cool. All right.
But yeah, these are, what are they again? Like the price of these? I don't think they're that expensive. Maybe $16.
Oh, wow.
It's like something very, very affordable.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, this last one that we got coming up, Foolish Fucking Behavior. Did you see their post? This is Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's their new serum blushes.
For white people.
Okay, you took the words right out of my mouth.
What are these?
Because do we see the arm swatches? Why is nobody... Not a dark person in the mix.
The top and bottom are the same person.
Light, medium, and tan.
We just photoshopped different nails.
Yeah. The first girl, and then they just self-tanned her a little bit and put a little bronzer on her arm for the next one. So they were so mad that somebody leaked this launch, aka Trend Mood.
Really?
Put this on, and then Anastasia put a thing up of like, we love when our new product gets leaked. Mama, I don't care.
We don't.
I don't give a shit. So you're telling me unapologetically
the only
these are
thing
not
you should have said
people.
is that gave you an opportunity to say it sucks that these got leaked because these aren't all the shades yet. That's the only thing you should have covered your ass with, because it's giving Makeup Revolution. Tell me that's not Makeup Revolution packaging.
Worse.
With 5. This is drugstore blush. This is Neutrogena blush shades.
Oh my God, it is, because
literally,
that plum shade is like a whisper berry.
Yeah, she's gray on anybody darker than the middle.
Girl,
skin
this
tone.
is disgusting.
This is what like Neutrogena powder blushes, like the shades are.
No, I like want it, because if you swatch any of these on a super deep complexion, all gray.
What are we doing?
Every single one.
Let alone the formula. This is like foolish water tinted blush, barely any coverage.
Anastasia is really...
They're struggling.
They have really, really forgotten who they are.
Yeah, especially that stick, foundation stick is a pass. Like, what if they come out with? I'm not even kidding. Like all year, if not the end of last year, I can't even think of one thing.
That like purpley palette, remember that?
Yeah.
Those pressed pigment palettes that are disgusting. Like, how have you lost your identity so much that you're coming out with this?
Yes, this is why. This is literally giving Makeup Revolution. I don't know about her.
This really actually makes me mad looking at it.
Yeah, I don't know her.
Anastasia used to be the brand that I could probably do a full face of and love it.
She was, the it girl.
What a way to end that.
I know. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you for listening or watching a new episode of Beautiful and Bothered. If you guys want to check out Magic Mind, the link is in the description down below. Make sure to use the discount code Beautiful and Bothered 20 to save some coiny-oin. I don't know.
I'm glad you don't, because I don't.
Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel for your video episode 1 day early. What? YouTube channel? Is that what it gave? Yeah. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you watch your video episode 1 day early on Sundays, it is available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts on Mondays. Make sure to leave us a 5-star review, especially on Apple Podcasts. We broke 1K on Spotify, but we got to get Apple Podcasts up. Wherever you are, we hope you are happy, safe, and healthy. And remember
to check out the Patreon and that you are beautiful.
Synergy. Good job. Bye.
I'm just a girl.
Just a girl.
Okay, bye. Love you.